Hello people, welcome to a special episode of Magic the Chattering, Unchartered Realms. I'm Alvin.
And I'm Nick.
So we'll be discussing whatever content that has come out on the Unchartered Realms on the Daily MTG website.
Every Thursday.
Yeah.
The links are in the YouTube video below. So if you haven't read it yet, make sure you read it first before you check out this video.
No spoilers, of course. Well, since Wizards actually just came out with Commander 2015.
Yeah.
So the past 2 weeks, the Uncharted Realms was about the commanders in Commander 2015.
Specifically?
Specifically, the first one, Meren of Clan Nel Toth. Right?
The black-green one, right?
The black-green one, yeah. Nice. So she is from Jund.
Turns out she's from Jund.
She's from Jund. And turns out her world or her timeline is actually post-conflux.
So, Alara Uncharted?
So as we learn, there were no necromancers in Jund because Jund kind of embraces this life and death type of thing. So there's nothing after death.
For those that didn't play during Shards of Alara, Jund is basically the clan for red, green, and black.
Mm-hmm. So again, they embrace life and they also embrace death. And
it's a cycle of life.
It's a cycle of life, exactly. Well, after the conflux,
or the Unsharding of Alara,
Meren turned out to be one of the new necromancers. She was born with an innate ability for necromancy
in her clan.
So
she's an outcast then.
She's an outcast because her clan was all about life and death. So they shunned her, tried to kill her. They couldn't kill her. She escaped, and she was hell-bent on revenge. And by the end of the story, everyone died except her.
Wow, that's fucked up. So what can we summarize or what can we infer from this episode of Uncharted Realms?
I'm just wondering if we actually do go back to Alara was actually a pretty popular block.
Oh yeah, it had a lot of modern playable shit.
Yeah, so if you actually go back to Alara, I mean, now there are no more different shards. They're actually one. They're all together right?
Yeah.
So are they now separate into different continents?
So, like how Dragons of Tarkir changed the timeline on Tarkir, Alara Uncharted will be a new timeline or a future timeline where all clans are now 5 colors.
Because I think when we learned in
Alara Reborn.
Yeah, there you go. So what we learned in Alara Reborn is that a lot of for example, the people of Pant, and then. They started seeing little telltale signs of Grixis zombies coming in.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So further down the timeline, which would be actually more common.
So
would they refer to themselves as Pant or Jund or Grixis, or would they actually just refer to themselves as?
So what was different in Meren's Jund? She started seeing Grixis.
She started seeing portions of Grixis.
Okay.
Again, she's one of the new. She's newly born after post Grixis conflux with Jund. She's newly born, so she's one of the newborn necromancers. They never had necromancy
in Jund
before.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because life and death, the cycle was so sacred. There, there was no such thing as necromancy.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean.
So Jund was all about eat or be eaten, and then now, oh shit, you ate me, I'm gonna reanimate myself.
Exactly. At the end of the story, we see Meren actually reanimating a dragon. Now, dragon is another sacred beast in Jund. So the second story is set in Ravnica. It tells the tale of Teysa Karlov and her great-great-great-great-grand uncle,
Karlov. Where in the timeline of RTR is this?
Yeah, so this is post Jace becoming the Living Guild Pact.
At the end of Dragon's Maze.
Yeah. So the story begins with Jace having to go off to Zendikar.
Yeah.
So Teysa is asking him a lot of questions in order to kind of serve her needs to topple the Orzhov,
the Ghost Council of Orzhov. Damn.
So actually, Teysa is actually a law mage.
An Azorius law mage?
It's probably not Azorius, but a law mage nevertheless.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is that the Living Guild Pact, whatever he says is law. It's binding. Right?
Whatever Jace says. Is law on Ravnica.
Yes, so whatever the law mages practice this type of magic to kind of say whatever is bound by the guild pact, and then their magic kind of confirms it or it cements that binding.
Damn.
So Teysa tried to take advantage of this. together with her friend Tajik from the Boros Legion.
Tajiri the Swiftblade, yeah.
So didn't end up too well for them because
What happened?
as all ghost councils go, they're apparently above the law. They're really, really, like mafia-like.
You mean the Church of Orzhov? In that building, Jace
The
has
door-
no.
Yeah, the guild pack has no binding on the Church of Orzhov, or maybe in that tiny little mausoleum.
Fuck. For those that didn't play during Ravnica, the world of Ravnica is a city world.
Yeah.
And the 10 guilds of Ravnica were bound by the guild pact for a deca millennium.
Yeah, that's 10,000 years.
Yeah. And now Jace is the living guild pact, holding the 10 clans together. But in the Church of Orzhov, what Jace says doesn't go.
Doesn't go.
Why is that?
It could be that their laws are older.
That means.
By the way, their laws are binding in the church. So whatever they say goes.
So it's older than 10,000 years.
It could be the original lawmakers.
But yeah, all these ghostly mafias and lawmakers.
Yeah, but what strikes me as interesting is that, like, in the event that we actually do revisit Ravnica.
Oh, you mean Return to Ravnica?
Return to the Return of Ravnica.
RRR.
RRR.
Maybe it's GRRR, Martin. So, go Return to Ravnica, Martin. GRRM. I can't wait for that expansion. 2020.
Yeah.
So what can we infer from this?
Again, could another guild war break out? Now that, like the Living Guild Pack is not always on Ravnica.
Oh shit, he's a member of the Gatewatch now. And
Yeah.
he's gonna be an Avengers guy jumping from world to world, saving the multiverse.
Could the Church of Orzhov take advantage of this? Could the others take advantage of this? Could Rakdos take advantage of this?
Wow.
It's interesting to know.
I don't really want to return to Ravnica anytime soon. But this article poses an important question. What happens to Ravnica when the Living Guild Pack isn't around? Fuck.
This law still be binding.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think, especially you Vortoses out there. That's it for this episode of Unchartered Realms. Hope you like it and share our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Melvin.
And I'm Nick.
Right, signing off.